Yes.
You're not get what you want to create a player for. This is an all legend team. This is Hall of Fame.
Them dudes was in his chat talking shit to me.
Yeah, nigga, I just upgraded Killer Cam players. The fuck, nigga, I'm about to upgrade everybody else's players.
Yeah, I'm in here, y'all.
Upgrade my players like you upgraded your players. Simple.
Where DJ
Let me
at?
get a chance to.
Yo.
Oh, let's go.
Yo, you gotta make that, AD.
What's fouling? What are you fouling for, AD?
What's he fouling for?
We doing the fight, some shit.
Who fouled?
AD, because he's mad. He's getting locked up.
The fuck? That was the come on. That's my first style of game. Damn, I see that fucking still coming. I don't even be foul at niggas really. I just be on niggas' body.
Thank you.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
Where is my center at? Light jumper.
Good shot.
This team is so elite.
I tried to still let it take this in.
What is Rob Sampson doing?
That's the best thing, like, if you join the league.
Well, it was my team. No. Oh.
Layup, AD.
Why is JoJo White getting ripped?
That's.
I ain't fucking with him, nigga. That got his hand back. I'm good. That's a dunk. Bang!
Hey.
I'm shooting 70%. Let's go. Elite. Good double team. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Let's go.
2 of those turnovers in the last 2 minutes. 2 of those. You gotta be better possession-wise. And I think pump faking this shit had me in the air already. That's fucked up.
You in the game, Morris?
Yeah, I'm playing Noah.
Yo, if you lose your first game, don't get mad. It's 3 games.
Huh?
Don't get mad if you lose your first game. There's still 2 more games left. And we'll mute your mic, bro. You just saying dumb stuff right now, bro. Well, don't play with me, bro. Oh, what?
What? He's hot. How he missed that?
No, I'm not. Nigga, the shot is a good shot. The animation is what was weird. That shit. You can't do nothing with that.
That's great, thank you. I'm about to say, what else do y'all want me to do?
Imagine coming back to the minor league and seeing you ain't got no upgrades.
Oh my god!
Imagine not looking at fucking Kobe and Tracy McGrady correctly. Cause I don't upgrade much to where it look like you did some OP shit. I just upgraded them a little bit.
Oh no, I'm joking.
Got him.
No way you shoot that.
Dot.
Oh my god, I think that's something bad. Got him. Finish. Let's go.
There's no way that you don't. I got this shit on where they just mind their business, but damn, there's no way you don't just help that right there.
I feel like he just trying to run shed D.
Oh, I'm here. Let's go. Good D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
We're on the clock. Good D. Good D. Oh my. No. I'm still not going. Yeah, that's good. Oh my God. Can you go? No, you said.
I did not. That was me. I just sold the whole game. I just beat myself. I just took 9 threes for no reason. I could have took a 2 or 5.
Oh, clear pass.
I just beat myself.
Good game.
Oh. Damn, do I take my points here? Hell no.
Jordan folded in clutch time. Let's go!
Right.
Who is DeJuan Kendrick? Yo, I'm kicking his out. I'm finna watch the worst game.
Ace invited me in 2K. I don't play playing that shit right now.
I'm finna watch the worst play game.
Fucking stop me. That's cool. That's cool.
Who you playing worse?
Where's his doctor?
It's Nick Shepard on YouTube, man.
I'll
Yo,
be back.
yo, worse. If you need me to kick him, let me know.
Doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you...
And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Vic will look to throw on first down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Joey Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Eagle. Backside 3. Double.
Vic readies to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lawrence Taylor in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a third and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Eagle.
From the shotgun, it's Vic. Flush to his right. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Look, we came into this one focused on Randy Moss, and now he has our full attention with his first grab of the game.
Well, he's one of only 2 players to go a whole season averaging over 100 yards receiving and average a touchdown per game as well. That's a pretty impressive stat.
It really is, especially when you consider that every defense he faced was prepared for it, and was kicking coverages in his direction.
Dumps it off to Fournette. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. There's Vic. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
He's messing up. Eagle, eagle. Eagle, eagle. On.
First down, Vic. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving.
Eagle, 44.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A handoff to Fournette. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Tyreek Hill set to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On the crossing route, complete. That's Fuller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They go play action here on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Vic now from the 50. Man open, it's Moss complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 3rd down, that's Austin. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Michael Vick. Forced out to his left. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Tavon Austin taking it in from a yard out. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he's able to put it through. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Eagle.
Now here's Vick. Able to get away. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Now another timeout here called by the Titans as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again, Vick on 2nd and 10. Gonna look deep for Wilson. It's caught inside the 25. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Vic now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moss. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. Vic to throw it. Oh, and that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Delaney Walker, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And now I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other end. Just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake here on first down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Throw left side complete. It's Hill. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. Tyreek Hill on the return. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Just keeping the play. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Throwing, Vic. And the pressure gets to him again. Joey Bosa in there to drop it for his second sack now here tonight.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Third and long for Vic. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to get him for his second sack of the night. And he's able to get it out of there. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mario Addison in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now a second down throw for Vic. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Lawrence Taylor in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. To throw, Vic. Dancing to his left. They find some open field here. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's fourth.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
And out now come the Eagles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the penalty, it's 4 now. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down, Vic. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it, but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
And Wilson has it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big 30-yard play on third.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Philip Dorsett holds it in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Vic on second down. He's going to look deep down the field. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On third down, Vic out of the gun. His throw caught right around the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Some guys just simply have it, and Randy Moss is one of those guys. His big playability, once again on display right there.
That's what he's known for. He averaged 15.6 yards per reception during his playing days. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here's Fournette. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And he's got it up and through. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And some room to run now.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure that...
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Lawrence Taylor bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And he's going to go down again. Mario Addison in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Vick. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Mario Addison in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Eagle.
Desperation time. Vick on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Vick operating on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.